name is Kyle Fitzgerald. I am a third-year medical student, but I'm also a Christian. And this channel is all about learning about faith and medicine, like bringing that together. If you hear a little tiki-tacs, that's my dog. Medical school rotations, what is that? So basically, you know how you go to school and you pay money, like college, and then you go to school, they give you things to learn and you get like a cool degree. Well, it's a little different. Medical school rotations is I'm paying money to go work. Yeah, I'm paying money so I can go work and do stuff. So anyway, that's just how it is. Should it change? I don't know, but that's just how it is. So what I'm doing, basically every medical student this is kind of the dream of medical school, because the first 2 years are just terrible. Like it's awful. I don't want to get into it today. I'm upbeat, I'm happy. So third year is basically you go out, clinical rotations is what you go out and you finally get to feel like you're a medical student, like you're gonna be a doctor. You shadow the doctor, they tell you what to do. Okay, kind of tell you what to do, but they're really cool. Some of them are kind of mean, but the ones I've had have all been amazing. So that's basically what it is. And medical school is in terms 4 years, and you go through rotations 2 years, then you do residency, whole other thing. This isn't what this video or this whole channel is about. So 4 rotations. Let me tell you, the first day, I consider myself a pretty cool dude. Like, I'm laid back, I'm chill, not many things make me angry, but my first day of rotations rocked my world. So you're like, rocked your world? Yeah, so the reason why sometimes medical students can be a little apprehensive towards medical rotations is because the teachers go through something called pimping. You heard me right, pimping. I'm not out here condoning criminal acts, but it's just what they call it. I think they should probably change the name, but it's just what it is. All right, so basically, pimping is where they come, they ask you questions on the spot. And, kind of be a little, worrisome, because medical school for the past 1, 2, 3, literally your whole life, you got multiple choice questions. And now they're asking the questions, but there's no A, B, C, or D. Like, yo, I need A, B, C, or D. I don't know what the right answer. Anyway, so that's what sometimes you get a little worrisome about. But you go in there happy and everything. So I go on my first day. I'm like, yo, family medicine, this is kind of what I want to do. I go in, the preceptor, he comes in, he guides me in. So I'm there, I'm ready with my scrubs. And your boy, I feel like it's getting dark. I'm like, what is happening? My chest starts beating. I'm starting to feel nauseous. I'm like, what is going on? It never happened to me before, but I was having a panic attack. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the first day. And the dude didn't even ask me a question. He's like, how you doing? Like, why am I afraid of how you do? Anyway, so I'm like, can I go to the bathroom? So I run to the bathroom and I'm like, Kyle, pull yourself together. You are at your first day, there's nothing going on crazy, no patients even walk, he didn't even ask you a question. So I'm like, all right, pull it together, come on. So look in the mirror, I'm like, all right, I got this, your boy got this. Like, I give myself a little pep talk, I'm praying, I'm like, so I go back out there, like swagger. But then, it happens again, he asked me something else, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, can I go to the bathroom? Oldest trick, I run to the bathroom. Now I'm thinking, man, this guy's gonna be thinking, what's wrong with me? Am I don't wanna be here? Am I some disease? Like, what is going on? Or am I in there doing something? I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot come back in here. It's been 10 minutes. I just got there at 8. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So anyway, again, I pray. I'm literally praying. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need my mom. Anyway, so I go back and I was able to relax. Everything worked out. If you're looking for something crazy to happen or that I fell out and because I was so afraid of throwing up on a patient or passing out and then them having to take care of me when I'm there to take care of other people. But none of that happened, thankfully. Okay, so rotations, we talk about rotations, first day, how do I even get to this point? So not the whole medical medicine stuff thing, that's a whole nother video, maybe even a whole nother channel. So what I had to do is, I'm married, I'm happily married, it's been about almost 2 years. Yesterday it was like a year and a half, but really it was like a year and 2 months. Anyway, it has been phenomenal. I love her. She is everything. Like I said, she's everything. She is so much to me. I say number 2 because, ultimately God should be number 1 in our life. Everything over my wife, over my kids, over my parents, over my anything you got. Anything, God should be number 1. So he's number 1. I always go through that, just remembering how amazing God is, and he should be at the top of my life. Anyway, so I'm moving with my wife, and moving is something else. So how my rotations work is basically you say, okay, where would you like to go? You get like 3 options, and they throw they throw you in this thing. I think it's like an algorithm or something. They shuffle it, all the students do it, and then they tell you where you go for the next 2 years. You know, that's medical school. Should things change? You know, I just go here. I just go there. Anyway, so that's what happened. We had our hot sites on our number 1 choice. It was, not telling you because, you know, it's online and things like that. Anyway, so we had our number 1 choice, and we're praying, you know, Lord's gonna, we're like, yo, you know, you think God, you know what to do, and God doesn't. And we're just like, you know, God's gonna keep us. He's gonna keep us here. He's gonna keep us where we are, where the school's at. It's gonna be fine. We don't have to move because we have our lease. And at the time, we're thinking, oh, well, most people probably want to do fancy things. I'm trying to do the easiest things, stay where I'm at. So we had our things. We did our lease, 12 years. You know, simple, pretty much normal thing. We knew it 6 months because, you know, your boy ain't got a lot of money. People think medical school, oh my gosh, you're rich. Well, that's maybe like some crazy cool specialty, but your boy's in school, so how that works is you take out loans, and because you take out so many loans, you're like, oh, well, just get a part-time job. Can't do it in medical school. They highly recommend against it, and you have no time. So basically, and my wife, she's also in school. She's actually telling me a pastor. She's gonna have her own church one day, and she has her own YouTube channel, Alexis Danielle. She runs Christian Girl Next Door, phenomenal. She gave like $1,500 to kids, to young girls to get like not medical school, but school supplies. She's phenomenal. Check her out. Anyway, so yeah. So your boy ain't got a lot of money. She's in school, I'm in school. I'm stretched out this long. And I was like, all right, a year. So I thought, like I said, I'm cool, man, with the plan. I had all planned out how much we could spend each month, and that would take us for the year. Well, I was thinking we were gonna stay where we were, but the Lord's like, bro, you're moving. So I'm like, dang. So we gotta get out of our lease, and to get out of our lease, they have saying we have to pay the rent that we would be. So we're like, dang, and it's like $2,000. Yeah, $2,000. Rent is crazy where I'm at. So $2,000, I'm like, dang. Somehow we had in the bank account, you know, God will take, you know, He puts things up in front of you, but He will take care of you. We had it in the bank, so we paid that, but we didn't have $2,000 for the next place because we also had to pay, you know, housing deposit, back rent, and we wanted like a nice place. Well, not like super nice, but a place, you know, you want it for happy, you know, like, you know, a nice place. Anyway, so that happened. I'm like, oh my gosh, where are we going to get this money? But luckily, you know, the Lord came through. We moved to our next place. But moving's expensive, like super, super expensive. And if it was just the school, I have no idea how I would make it because I had family, my mom, my parents, they chipped in and helped out tremendously. Family's been really big. Probably should make a video about that, but really big. Her parents, my wife's parents, have helped out too tremendously. Gave us an amazing gift, and I really don't know what we would do if we didn't have it. But anyway, yeah, moving's super expensive. And when they moved, they broke some of our stuff. Like my wife, she's very particular. We have different styles. So I like modern, she likes cozy, traditional. Anyway, so she's like, should we get, our TV was on the floor for like a good 6 months because we couldn't decide what we wanted to put our TV on, like a entertainment unit. We finally found it. I liked it. She tolerated it, so we got it. But she was super excited when it came. It looks nice, and they broke it. We get the load up the truck, come back, and it's broken. And then she scuffed up my wife's couch. They also messed up, what else? Our bed has like an indentation in it. So, you know, moving sucks. I don't like to move. I don't want to keep moving. And we had just moved a year before that. A lot of moving happens in medical school. Yeah, I didn't know that. Anyway, a lot of moving happens. So and then we have to move in another 2 years for residency. You know, that's the whole, like, me just rambling on and getting mad. But, you know, I just work here. I'm just in school. Can't change it. Should it change? Probably. But, you know, it's not my thing. Anyway, so moving was tough. And not only did we have to find a new place, move everything, get our car here, and then, you know, we did U-Haul because, anyway, try to save some money. Then we had to find a whole nother church. And we had just settled into the church. We were like, you know what? We feel like we belong. We're volunteering. We're plugged in. I highly recommend getting plugged in. I've been volunteering since, I think, undergrad. Anyway, I highly recommend it. It really fulfills you. Anyway, so we were volunteering, doing those things. And like I said, the Lord's, we even had the church praying, like, yo, please don't let Kyle, Alexis, you know, no one's gonna give away free labor. I mean, no one's gonna say no to free labor. Anyway, not really free labor, volunteering, because honestly, I say it like that, but I love volunteering. It's really dear to my heart and my wife's heart. Anyway, they're like, please don't, Lord, keep them here. We had people praying for us. We had a prayer circle, but the Lord's like, No. Sometimes God will do that. We think we know everything, but at the end times, not end times, that is coming, but at the end of the story, God knows everything. He can see the whole picture. So that's what we did. We trusted in him. We did kind of go a little kicking and screaming and a little bit of complaining, but that's, we're human. I'm growing, all right? Anyway, we had to move into a new church, and that's already hard enough. Finding a new church, like, does the music good? Again, me and my wife we're a blend. I like certain type of preaching. Like, I don't want people to yell at me and point at me and make me feel not what I'm doing. And she likes some kick and worship music. Like, she's all about that bop. She's, I would say the Megan Trainor reference, but anyway, she's all about music. So, and it was a little hard finding church. So we're going this church isn't like as diverse as you see your boys of man of color. I do like diversity. Because Christianity is not just for one people group. It's not just for blacks or whites or Asians. It's the entire place. If you read the Bible, at the end when we all go to heaven, there will be people from all races, all nationalities. So we want to go to a diverse church because we feel like we get a mix of everything. Anyway, so we're all these things, and we finally think we found a church. Not sure yet, not completely positive, but we think we found one, and I'm pretty sure, I think I just decided we're going that one. Anyway, we have a church. I would highly recommend getting into a church in medical school because literally I have videos later, but you really need God. Like, honestly, everything I'm doing, how I'm mentally doing academically, it all relies on God. Back to church. So we finally found a church, and you shouldn't do too much church shopping because at the end of the day, it's not really about is the music good? Does the preacher, I like how the preacher talks about. If you have a preacher that does biblical sermons, you have people who are kind, that will talk to you, say hi when you get there, and people that are loving, that's the perfect church. I say perfect church, but no church is going to be perfect. We're all human. We all fall short. We're all going to make mistakes. We're not, church isn't made to cater to me or to my wife or to anyone else. It's not like an entertainment place. What it is going to worship our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So it's going to worship God. So that's the biggest thing. So be careful about church shopping. I know I just said we're going to in different places, but really, if you get to, because we got to that point too, because we're like, I was like, baby, my wife told me, she's like, babe, and I was like, well, yeah, babe, I thought about it before, but she's like, don't talk about it now. Anyway, so don't do too much church shopping. Just find a place that loves God, loves you, and a place that you can volunteer. So, but it's hard to find a good place. So we finally found a place, and then for rotations, you gotta get the gear. Once you get to there, you gotta have the gear. So I'm a Nike guy. I like, if it's not Nike, you're not wearing a cool pair of shoes. I think all my shoes are. I have a couple dress shoes that, like I have to get, everything Nike. But your boy's feet be hurting. And I was like, dang, Nike is not made to be on your feet all day. So I was like, man, I gotta get some shoes. And I saw nurses, they have like these like hookahs or on clouds. I'm like, okay, they seem like they're on their feet all the time. They probably know what they're doing. So they're like, oh yeah, get some on clouds. I'm like, okay, well, like $100, they're not Nike. $250. I'm like, what is this? This is more than my pay for my Nikes. Anyway, I just had to bite it. Great, and they feel so good. So good. But this isn't a promo video. I was just saying getting my gear. Oh, I got scrubs. Scrubs are awesome because basically you're in your pajamas all day and you're called professional. Like, how cool is that? So I got some scrubs. I'm not wearing them now because I always wear them, so I want to do something a little different. My name is Kyle Fitzgerald, and this channel is all about faith and medicine. I'm a third-year medical student, but I want to go into a place with sharing my faith. I want to be a doctor who talks to their patients about praying, who prays for their patients. Like, how cool is that? Because all my life, I don't think I've ever had a doctor talk about that. And faith and medicine is so intertwined. And then you think, oh, Jesus, he's not a doctor. But Jesus made the human body and he healed her. I'm not saying I'm gonna lay hands on somebody and they heal like that. I ain't got it like that. That'd be cool, but I don't. But I just feel like faith and medicine is such a big place, a way to go together, and I just want to go fall into it. So come hang out with me, come listen to my videos, watch my videos, comment, just say what's going on. Please be kind. I'm not really the YouTube person. My wife is that, so I'm supposed to say subscribe. I think I say like, and then comment and share. So do that. All right, you guys, I'll catch you guys later, and I will see you later. I just said that. Okay, that was bad. How do you start the camera?